Okay guys, now we're going to arrange all of this creative mess. This is the trickiest but more pleasant part of the process. Now that we have all of our drawings ready, we're going to put them in order. As I said before, it doesn't matter if they overtake your canvas. That's actually better. That's the reason why I asked you before to create an extra red area. Remember to keep everything on a different layer. Okay, you're going to select all of your layers. You're going to drag them into the Create New Layer icon. And it's going to create copies. You're going to select those copies, right-click over them, and you're going to choose the option Merge Layers. Now you're going to hide your original drawings. And we're going to go to our tool menu and choose our rectangular marquee tool. Carefully, we're going to select all the parts of our drawings that are outside our safe area. Then we're going to take them to the opposite side of our canvas. Holding down the Shift key as you move limits the movement to straight lines. So that's what I'm using right now. I always try to be particularly careful in this part. Everything needs to fit perfectly. You see, that's pretty simple. Now I'm gonna choose the eraser tool and I will erase all the lines that are overlapping. Again, trying to be really careful and thinking about which elements I want to be on the front and which ones are going to be in the back. Let's repeat this process with every element from your pattern, including your background. As you can see, you need to pay attention to what the selection tool is taking. Sometimes you're missing some pixels without even noticing. So try to look at it from really close. Here I'm just fixing some little tiny details and that's it. Perfect. Now that we have finished the cleaning process of our main characters, I will finally focus on my background. For this piece, I really want a background that interacts with all my characters. So I drew really simple corals with shapes that contrast with the mermaids and different volumes. Also, I tried to play with overlapping some of those corals to create a sense of depth. I feel like you can tell when a piece is created from a place of enjoyment, and I definitely suggest you to do the same. You will see how it will come up beautifully. As you can see, for this background, I'm working on a different layer with a little bit of opacity, so I can see what I leave behind when I erase. I'm trying to be really careful with some of the details, and I'm just working on a plain dark color that I can mask later in case I want to change it. All you have to do is control right click over your layer and it will select it all automatically. Always remember to think about how your final piece will look like when you finally print it. For example, I don't like using completely black lines because they will look really dark when you translate it to real printing colors. So I try to use dark colors like deep blues or browns, but I never ever go as far as using black. Unless you're working with a black and white composition or maybe a limited color scheme, that's okay. Like if you're going to work with screen printing or serigraphy, black is perfect. Let me show you a couple of examples. For the other patterns, I follow the same rules. As you can see for the harpies, I tried to draw a really intricate climbing plant design and some flowers. And for this design, I kept it really simple. I really wanted to draw trees for the background, but I think it would have been way too much. So I kept it simple with a floral design. Now guys, you can go to your base layer and select your magic wand tool click over your white canvas and go to Edit, Copy Special, Copy Merge. Hide everything else. Paste your layer with Ctrl-Shift-V and choose your Move tool. And I'm going to make a tiny test to see if everything looks okay. I'm just going to cut and paste my pattern and manually place the pieces like a puzzle. So by doing this, you're going to catch all the little mistakes you made, and you're going to actually see if it works. Or if there's some places where you will want to put some other elements. For example, in here, I'm realizing that I could draw some other elements and fill that space up, maybe with flowers or another fish. You see, that's really helpful. Now that I notice what elements I was missing, I decided to add some flowers and some other characters. And that's it for this part of the course.